Hello! Welcome to the forest? Yeah. Pretty odd, huh? Well, I decided... Okay, first of all, this is not actually the forest. Shocker. Well, this is not an episode on the forest. This is actually a Thursdays... I don't even have a way to make it go across the screen. Thursdays, thoughts on Tuesdays. Yeah, there, it goes across the katana. That makes sense. Whatever. This is an episode of Thursdays, thoughts on Tuesdays, because this little thing of the forest is one of my announcements before I start the episode. Okay, so I'll probably do announcements here, and then we'll jump into the actual episode, and what I'm gonna talk about, I'm not sure, actually. I believe it's about what I can play for the channel, because that's gonna come up with a problem, alright? Just basically channel stuff. What I want to do, what's coming up with the channel, what I'm gonna do, what am I gonna do to improve it, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so first off, I built this. This is the final form of the Cabinet of Hope. What this is going to be is I'm going to, whenever I have a new game to introduce, I guess this is more talking about channel stuff, but this one's just kind of announcement. Whenever there's something to introduce, announcements to make, or something like that, or introduce a new game, I will come here and make a little sketch. I'll do a little sketch here that will, so, basically, it's just a little house, nothing much to see, but I got sharks and gators everywhere. It took me a long time to build this, but I got it built just so we can do some sketches. Just so I can do some sketches, alright? Good, good, good. We don't need to see too much in until I go back and sit down in there. Anyway, so yes, I built this to introduce games and stuff. I'll do a little sketch every time, and then it'll just cut to me going back into the game. Alright, next off. Now, regarding... I don't do this on purpose. I wish I could say that this is all just a way to build up suspense, but it's not. If you think that I am merely here... Yes, I'm wearing a black suit. If you think I'm just here... Oh, sorry. If you think that it was gonna be easy recording, to even start it, heck, recording anything on the PS3, well, think again! Because I... Oh, give me a break. There is a special little lock that prevents my capture card from actually recording anything on the PlayStation 3. Have I figured out a way to bypass that? Maybe. But as far as that is concerned, I need to wait a couple of weeks to pay for something, and I need to, and it might not even actually work. It's just a theory that I have. And if I actually talked about my theory, I'd get a technobabical on you, and it would hurt your brain. You know what? I'll give it a shot. Alright. So... what my thinking is that there's a little bypass in what's called, I don't know what this is called. I have a limited amount of knowledge of electricity, or of electronics, but it is a HCDP or HDCP, and that is what's causing the signal to tell it that it's copyright protected. No kidding. Really? It's copyright protected? I can't believe it. Just like almost every game ever. Mind-blowing stuff. Anyway, what I'm gonna try, and again, if it works, I'll let you know. You'll obviously be able to tell, because I'll have an episode for you. Oh, shut up, Win. Jeez, you're loud. I'm going inside. God, that's loud. Anyway, I'm going to get a HDMI bypass. It's like a splitter, and it's basically an HDMI splitter that has a bypass. And my theory is that the signal should pass through and change it. Or sorry, so yeah, it's sending out one signal, and essentially I'm going to use a special HDMI bypass in order to get it to actually be a proper wow. Get it to change its signal to something else so it can actually so that my capture card will actually record it. Yeah, no. And I'm not saying that it can't record the game. I literally can't record anything of it. So, I'm gonna try that, and if it doesn't work, then I don't know, I'll try something else. I'll look and try for something else. Okay, so that's the second one done. As terms of internal Satania, or any game on the PC, everything else works fine. My Switch, my Nintendo Switch, my SNES, that's fine. The PlayStation 3, nope, doesn't want to care. So I'll have to figure that out, which means more rewiring of my setup, which keeps changing every 5 minutes. Anyway, any more announcements right now? Is it still windy outside? No. Okay, let me out. This thing is not perfect. I am not exactly a carpenter. Anything to announce? Okay. So you've seen a lot of episodes, right? Okay. These episodes, if you think these episodes that I've posted are current, think again. Those episodes are extremely old, actually. In fact, the last one I posted, that's not this, Star Control. Of Star Control, the one where I meet the Sulfixie and stuff. That episode is so old and so in the backlog is that during the beginning part, before we go to the Sulfixie, I gave a couple of announcements, including the announcement of this series starting. Yeah, this series starting, and that I would play Tomb Raider. What a shock! That changed like 100 times. Yeah, I will play Tomb Raider. The problem with playing Tomb Raider as an alternative is it's also on the PS3, so I don't really have a choice. Not like I have it for the Switch or something. I have my setup for my Thursday Thoughts and Tuesdays a little changed. It's set up a little differently than last time. So yeah, guys, stuck again. I like this thing that's built though. It's really good. Anyway, yeah, those episodes are old. Okay, I'm gonna say that the Thursdays Thoughts on Tuesdays were pretty much at the time when I recorded them. The other episodes are not. I still have one more episode of The Forest before the finale, which is pretty much current. Pretty much. Maybe a week, 2 weeks old at best. Or at longest. I have one more Star Control. That one's old. That one's an old one. Where it's me and Moose battling each other. I don't know how I'm gonna edit that. It'll be fun. It'll be fun for me to edit, and it'll have nothing to do with the it'll be separate canon, but it'll still be an episode. I don't know if I even call it episode 5 or a bonus. I don't know. I'll call it episode 5. I'll call it combat training. I suck at the combat training. I lost, but that's not the point. Anyway, and I have... Yeah, but wow, both of the episodes that I'm posting is about me fighting. That's hilarious. Anyway, and then I just have the finale, which is current, and the Cuphead episode, which I still can't post because we haven't re-recorded the sections that got lost in footage. Yeah, that's why you haven't seen it yet, dude. That one's been up for at least three or four. We recorded that 3 and 4 weeks ago, But the problem with that is that I lost the beginning part. So we started with the candy lady because we had already fought the balloon. I'm sorry, I can't remember their names, but the balloon man and the Djinn. I remember the Djinn's name, and Von Bon or something like that. And then we tried the dragon and the bird for a while, and we gave up. Or we tried to do a platforming level, and that's when we gave up. And said, oh god, it's been 2 hours, we're done. Except, I can't post that, or even try and edit it yet, because we have to re-record us fighting those two things, because I lost the footage. There's a shock, I lose footage all the time. Videos I've been posting are old, and once I get them all out of my system, we'll be able to see some new stuff. Still can't put up Cuphead. Can't record Eternal Zantania until I fix the problem where it locks me out. So when we get back into the bunker, we will start to talk about what games I can play for the channel in the meanwhile. When I finish getting everything out first, of course. Okay, so see you then. Hi, welcome back. You enjoy that little segment? Welcome back to the bunker. Now we've done most announcements, but you're probably wondering what's this giant ominous humming thing floating above my head, and also why this has changed. Well, I'm not gonna move the camera, but this is where all my games are stored now, because I thought it would be a cool display, and it is, except for the fact that you can't see it. So, it doesn't matter to you anyway. Now, so yeah, this is over here, and my poster's now over there, and that's a calendar. That technically didn't move. Alright, so, what are we gonna talk about? Well, you heard from my announcement section over in Game World that because of the fact that my PlayStation will not record anything for now, I don't know if this will be necessary, but if it is, then I need to pick another game to temporarily, I'm not gonna permanently play it, and will have nothing to do with the canon of this channel, I guess. Canon of this channel, to keep you satisfied while I wait for a week. Now, to be fair, I could just post the old stuff until I get it done, and then just get it, and if it works, then I get to do it. But in case, I want a backup. I want a backup game to play just in case. Now, what does this mean? Well, this means that anything on this part of the shelf, which you can't see anyway, on one of the you know what, the heck with it. Hold on one sec. Yes, here. I don't even know if you can hear me at this point. Maybe you probably still can. Like, here is my new shelf. I used to have these pink ones on the side, but I figured this one would look better, and that's that. So this shelf has nothing to do with games, except for that one. That's Doom 3, right there. Yes, Doom 3. This is where I have my Switch games. I know it's small. This is where I have my DS and 3DS games. Can't record those because I don't have that kind of capture. And here are my PS3 games. We can't use those either. So essentially, we either play something from the computer, or we play something from here. Now, I'm gonna lower now we're gonna go back down. Okay. Now again, since these are non-canon, it's basically a free reign of what I can play. But I'm gonna give you a list of options. First, from the Switch section. Let's see. I have the interesting choices right here for the Switch anyway. If you want to see a Switch. Why am I even doing it? I guess it's just to look at later and be like, that sounds interesting to do. Now, first of all, we have, should I do it in alphabetical? Sure. First of all, We have Monopoly for the Nintendo Switch. Why? Because I am a huge fan of Monopoly. If you were to go in my room, please don't, but if you were to go in my room and open that cabinet, that floating cabinet closest to the door, you would see that it contains a bunch of Monopoly games and not much else. I have Monopoly for pretty much anything, including my phone, mostly. But this one in particular, because I want to record something from a console. I have one for my Xbox, which is in here. I have one for my PlayStation 2. Wait, no, I don't have one for my PlayStation 2. I have one for my Xbox 360. I have one, which is in here. I have one for the computer, which I have to go find. And I have one for the Switch. Yeah. So, here is the first option. Myself, because no one's gonna actually in time for me to pick, is Monopoly. Or maybe this could be for even for future emergencies. My second choice for myself is Super Mario Party. Now, I have played very little of this one, but this is one of the ones that returns back to the good old Mario. Now, good old Mario Party, like Mario Party 2. I am going to admit that I like Mario Party 2 far better than the other ones. I've played to be fair, most the party games are what they are, but Mario Party 2 seems to be good, and it got ridiculous, but then they went back to the regular style with Super Mario Party, with the cooperative train, or whatever that was. What even was that? Do you even know what that was? But yeah, this is Super Mario Party. I played a little just to test, and it's really good. It's really good, really good. Okay, my next choice is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yes, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, these games are non-canon to my series. Basically, what that means is that there's no way they can do it. I have rules, alright? I might as well explain it now. So, first of all, it has to be a game that is actually beatable. Technically, most of these games are beatable, in the most technical sense, but actually with an ending was what I mean by that. So that's Monopoly. Technically, both of these games all these games technically fall suit. Maybe not this one, unless you use the story mode, then it's technically has an ending, but that would be a large series. So, but if it's just plain fighting each other, yeah, that would be for this. Or fighting CPUs, that'd be for this. I'd basically be playing as Random or Little Mac all the time, though. So, I also have a guide in case you want to hear facts or some nonsense. And that would be my 3 choices for the Switch. All the rest of them are pretty much things that I could play and make a series. Now, as for my computer, oh boy, is that a long list. Let me try and go off of the ones that I can remember off the top of my head. Now, first of all, the one that comes to my mind the fastest is House Flipper. Yes, House Flipper. What is it about? It's about being a person who takes... How dare you? Who takes an old house or clientele with jobs and refixes their house and turns it over for a profit. And you can buy your own house and fix it as you like. And I love this game to death. I have no idea why, but I love this game to death. It is so much fun. It is so relaxing, so much fun, and just so... It's just so good to do when you don't know what you want to do. It's just that kind of game. Okay. Now what comes to mind is jalopy, which is a very strange one to make comments on, but I could probably get it. I could probably do it. Let me just 1 second. Jalopy is a game where you basically you have this old beat up car that you're trying to drive across the border, or drive across to one side of the map and back. Why? I don't know. That's just the point of the game. And you pick up spare parts and stuff along the way. It's pretty relaxing unless you take that uncle. Then it's just a giant pain. And that would be another choice for us. If you can't tell, I'm glancing at my computer Steam page to see what else I can play. That again can't be changed to a series. Pickers. This one would be actually hilarious to do as a one-off. Okay, Pickers. You ever watch the show? Any of those shows? American Pickers, Canadian Pickers, those kind of shows? That's literally what the game is. You own a selling shop, you go around, you try and buy stuff and try for the category, and you last for like a certain amount of days, and you go to see how the highest score you can get. That would be hilarious to play as an emergency game. Let me see what else. It's not even gonna say it. Oh, I'm totally playing that for the channel. Oh sir, the Insult Simulator. The only reason why this game doesn't count is in any way is because you don't technically die, you just lose. I mean, there's a health bar, but it's more like a tolerance bar. This game, if you don't know what it is literally, what you do is you insult someone. You try and make the best insults and win. That's it. It sounds really boring, but when you play it with a friend or whatnot, then it gets really stupid. It gets really funny really fast. One of my friends that I'm on Steam with, we played once and just had a blast the entire time. It was so much fun. Okay. And those are the choices, I believe. I don't think there's anything else that I couldn't make into a series. That is another PS3. Yeah. So those are my options, myself. And as for questions, well, if anyone's gonna even actually bother answering this, is leave comments down below that says, okay, first of all, do you like the idea of me having a little skit every time I try and introduce a new game? Second, why am I being quiet? Second, do you think if this were to happen again, because I think I'm gonna just choose the game myself, and I'm probably gonna either go with Pickers or House Flipper. but because considering that Pickers doesn't really have a series, I'll probably pick Pickers by the end. You know what, the heck with it. I'll flash the actual answer for this current time on the screen, right here. Right up above my head, right above the ominous gray. I'm gonna call it the ominous gray. If you want to call it the ominous black, go right ahead. But I'm gonna call it the ominous gray. That'll be the answer, right above my head. Right? Right. Now, if you were to choose for another emergency, and remind me that I made this in the first place, because it's probably like 100 years before I ever need it yet. But if I do need another emergency game, what would you have picked? Let me know in the comments down below. And okay, third of all, do you recognize some of these games? And if so, do you like them? Tell me down below. Yeah. So look forward to whatever's above my head in that one section that I was talking about. Okay. Bye!